Behind me, with an SMG. Back up. The blue man at the statue.
Big shot is there. Big shot is there.
I'm gonna throw up. I'm lightheaded.
Kenny coming through with what might be the play of the game. JR holding a different angle. You just witnessed one of the best hardpoint maps in Call of Duty competitive history. Let's go!
That didn't make any fucking sense to me, but
You obviously don't.
that might
You
be
obviously don't remember that part of the movie, but that's okay.
why. Oh no, I get it. It's a movie the reference. Gotcha.
Yeah. But
Weird. I
yeah.
didn't remember that at all.
Well, I just watched it yesterday, so I
Yeah,
have
true.
one.
Well,
And-
welcome
Yeah.
to.
I guess. Well, very late intro. Welcome to the Random Nades Podcast. This is obviously Tricky MD and my co-host Cranium, aka Trent Fuego, and yeah, we're talking about whatever, dude. Like, actually, probably be worth
Whoa, where's mine?
What's going on? What's going on here?
Watch this. Just watch.
Make sure to watch this on YouTube at
Watch this.
youtube.com/randomnades podcast. But yeah, actually, at the time that we're recording this, it's probably worth noting that there was actually some shocking news today. Oh, look at this, buddy! Don't show the branding, dude. They have to pay first. You're drinking
Pissy.
PSI.
Pissy.
I gotta mute that now.
No.
No,
Dude, it happened too late. Because it happened late.
dude, our parents are so active in the background. It's a thing.
That's my sister.
Oh, I don't even know.
Yeah, I got one of those, unfortunately. I mean, love her to death, but
just waiting for the backhand to come into frame.
she's hella gone and kicked her out of here.
But anyways, this is a very serious thing that happened today, and
In all seriousness.
and like people who aren't aware, they probably should be aware of it by now because this is going to be releasing on the Tuesday. But we're recording this on Sunday, and unfortunately, the NBA legend Kobe Bryant passed away in a very unfortunate helicopter accident. And was it just him and his daughter, or was anybody else?
I think it was him, his daughter. I think there's 5 passengers in total, and him and his daughter were 2 of the 5.
Yeah, man. Wow.
So, I mean, fucking.
I didn't find too much else because I was occupied with driving home. But like, were they flying home, or was it just a thing that they did? Was going on helicopter rides?
Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, fucking Kobe had so much money that he had a private helicopter to get around LA. So I'm not sure, like, what the purpose was. I assume they were somewhere and were heading home or heading to something else. And yeah, I don't know what happened with the crash itself, but yeah, his helicopter went down and nobody survived.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Like
It's fucking insane how shit can happen like the blink of an eye. I mean, yesterday LeBron passed Kobe in scoring, so like the talk was already like, there's already so much buzz around those 2 guys.
Yeah.
And then to wake up today and find out that Kobe is no longer here.
Yeah.
It's kind of insane.
That is nuts. Was Kobe like? Because I'll preface this conversation with the fact that I don't follow NBA at all. I know who are like the celebrities and stuff.
Yeah.
But was Kobe Bryant still active, or was he retired?
He retired in 2017, I think.
Oh, okay.
So he's like 2 or 3 years out of the league already. But I mean, you're talking about like.
I mean, we're still talking about
one
a very
of the fucking
one of the
best of all time.
legends, a very young man,
41
years old.
41, man.
Crazy,
It's
man.
fucked. So yeah, unfortunately, to start a podcast which we try to be funny on, or keep it light and not talk about that kind of shit, it's something you have to address. So
Yeah.
Condolences to
My condolences to
families.
his family and anybody who was affected by his loss, and
The world's affected by his fucking loss, man. Jesus Christ.
Well, obviously, but I mean more of his immediate family who would
of course
have way more personal connection with him, and probably a lot of his friends. Like, I'm sure he's an inspiration to
every single basketball player right now.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, dude, that's nuts, man. Like, getting those little weird senses of mortality always kind of freaks me out.
It freaks me out when, like, there's like levels to celebrity, you know? So, like, I don't want to say someone that's like not like, I don't want to call someone not famous that is clearly famous. But when like a big celebrity, like when shit happens to them, where I'm like, dude, they have like everything going for them. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You can't walk down the street if you're Kobe Bryant without people knowing you're fucking Kobe Bryant.
For sure.
Like, when you're at that level, when shit can still go wrong for you, like, I'm like, dude, I'm just a guy.
Yeah.
Like, if shit can go wrong for people like that, dude, man, what the fuck can happen to us? Like, we're just a couple dudes. It's fucking kind of crazy.
Yeah. And I think your whole celebrity point, I would say, I guess it's like depending on who, what kind of celebrities you appreciate. Like, there probably is people who know of Kobe Bryant, but aren't as like devastated and as someone who's more of a fan.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, everybody knows who Kobe is.
Oh yeah.
Bro, people that don't even play basketball, when they throw something in the trash, I guarantee you they say Kobe before they fucking throw it.
Yeah. I mean, that
It's
was
just what we do.
That was our thing, like, growing up in junior high, we started doing that shit.
Dude, it's a thing now.
Yeah.
In Call of Duty, even like esports, when we throw grenades, we call them Kobe's.
Yeah, it's throwing a random nade, dude.
Kobe. Yeah. And it is like, you know, it's immortalized now.
Yeah.
Like, he will forever be part of the lingo. It's Kobe, dude. I'm never saying another name.
Well, his legacy is definitely cemented in all aspects of
100%.
his career. But it still sucks because, like, you never
Crazy news.
you never know, like, what his potential would have been outside of NBA. Like, was he going to, like,
He's only a few years out. Like,
yeah, he could have.
It's fucking insane.
Could have done a lot of things, but
Word.
all right. Speaking of depressing and tragic things, did you want to talk about the CDL this weekend?
Dude, what do you mean depressing, bro?
Actually, I have no idea because I was away from my computer this whole weekend. So other than watching the matches Sunday night or Sunday right now with you guys, I didn't see any of the other matches or even how the events started on Friday. So I know.
Wait, you didn't see. Do you know the results of Friday, Saturday at all?
I know this might have been today, but did Huntsman beat Optic?
That was today.
That was today. Yeah.
Let me ask you something else.
Yep.
Because they released the in-game skins, which, thank God, we needed some spite.
I saw that on Twitter.
Which one did you buy?
I bought the Dallas Empire because I like their branding.
You gotta return that shit now, bro.
Why, did they do bad?
Ooh. Dude, they came in with all the smoke, dude. They lost to a fucking Huntsman 3-1 and got 3-0'd by FaZe.
Well, those are two very dominant teams, so I'm not.
Dude, the power rankings had Dallas second overall. They thought Huntsman were worse than Dallas.
Yeah, because they're hypocritical.
Well, I mean, dude, people said FaZe were the best, and FaZe didn't lose a round of S&D. Didn't lose a fucking round.
All right, so can you give us like a quick summary or synopsis of what happened this weekend? Any highlights you want to mention, stuff like that?
Highlights, no. I can touch on what went well and what didn't go well.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's very opinionated. So, like, it is what it is. Take it with a grain of salt. The event was weird because there is no. It's not an event. They're calling it a showcase now because there was like no winner. Every team showed up just to play online and like kind of show off a little bit, I guess. I don't fucking know. But so every team got a chance to play twice. And then now it's going to go to tournaments with 8 teams at each event from now on, which doesn't make any fucking sense, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The production for a $300 million league didn't seem that great.
I mean, the portion that I tuned into today, it kind of looked like something you would expect at like maybe Black Ops 3 in terms of the quality of the production, because this was like, I've seen Blizzard host better arena matches than this.
Mm-hmm.
And like, Activision's part of that group too, so like I don't know why Call of Duty's was so drastically different.
I'm not on that side, so I really don't know. I don't know if there was a whole bunch of scheduling issues with Friday. Like, they had so many problems, which doesn't make any fucking sense to me. We've been doing this for 10 years. Like, how the fuck we have not figured it out makes no sense. The game itself, there is like a new feature where you can like third person in when you're codcasting. And they do that shit way too much, bro.
Yeah.
Like every fucking time, like every second time a guy dies on screen, they switch to like this fucking weird third person, like drone angle of the map. And it's like, dude, hey, we've been doing this for 10 years. We know what people want to see.
But it's a drone angle of them following a person over top of them, right?
No, it'll like, you'll be in cave and it'll just like pan across cave and you'll see fucking like homies just running around and shit. And I'm like, what the They were doing that at the start of S&D, which I understand if you want to show the strat of which team is prioritizing what. But the only thing we need to understand that is show us the minimap.
Yeah,
show us where the arrows are going.
That's always been a thing in the.
They would zoom in the minimap usually.
Yeah, they
at the start of a round.
They start out the minimap and they show you where all the teams are positioning, and then they'll cut to everybody's perspective, depending on who's engaging in a match.
Yeah, like whoever's engaging in a gunfight, that's when they delete that shit and fucking go back to what's happening. Dude, there was, I don't remember what series it was, but they were playing Search on fucking Piccadilly.
Yep.
And there was one sniper on each team, and they ego chow right off the fucking start. Sniper versus sniper, let's party. And I'm like, fuck yeah, let's party. 50% of the time, I didn't get to see the snipe because it was in third person mode.
Oh.
And I'm like, bro, we want, like, when you're doing the fucking highlights at the end of the weekend and shit, what are we doing, man? Like, you're not gonna have fucking highlights. They're gonna be third person fucking highlights. Are you shitting me right now?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I wonder if that's maybe just the inexperience of the camera people. Because like, I agree with you. The very first, like, what you should probably do when a round starts is like stay in first person mode for the first 5 seconds, especially if there is, based on how that map plays, if there's an opportunity for people to engage or get a pick right off the bat, stay in first person mode.
100%.
Pay attention to that, and then when people are running to their positions, quickly pull up the minimap for like 3 seconds, show everybody where they're going, and then cut back to the engagements.
It seemed like
that was literally what they were doing last year.
I know. It seemed like, because I mean, before what would happen is if the casters were talking, like I know how it used to be in the past is the casters would actually use the controller, but that is not a thing anymore. They have a guy in the back who is choosing who to watch. Normally, in prior events, when the casters were talking about a certain individual, that's who the guy in the truck would select to watch.
The casters should have a touchscreen table with the perspective of the game and be able to like touchscreen who they want to see.
Yeah, I don't completely disagree with that.
And be like, let's check out check out so and so, and then like have an option to like press triangle if they want to do their third person shit. I think the third person shit would be funny if your players during round starts would do funny stuff and then maybe cut to their perspective at spawn.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, yeah, it's way more official now, so there's less funny shit going on.
Yeah,
but
So logistically, was there anything that you found over the top? Anything that you feel like it was lacking?
Dude, we can talk about over the top, bro. You mentioned it in the fucking last thing. They're doing fucking UFC fucking like or whatever walkouts for the players.
Yeah, so we were talking about this
like
privately,
6
but yeah,
fucking guys in the crowd, and the fucking guys walking through high-fiving all 6 of them.
Yeah,
like,
it's
not a packed fucking house.
That was so weird. That was so weird. And you were saying that they were doing that every day for every match. They were
doing that for every match on Friday, and I think people in the chat were kind of like, "Bro, what are we doing?"
Yeah.
So then they went away from that, and then they started coming out from behind the stage, in between like the video panels, like the big screen panels that are behind the players where they sit, which makes more sense.
Yeah.
Like the crowd walkout, we don't fucking need. Walking out from behind and introducing, sure. And then they did one where like they just stood in front of where their gaming stations are, and they just introduced the teams there. And I was like, okay, so they're obviously trying out which one they think is going to be best. And now today, on the last day of production, they went back to the crowd walkouts from Friday. And I was like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
We're going backwards, man. We don't need that shit.
I honestly started watching, I think I joined the PlayStation party at around 3-ish or 2:30-ish. But
sounds right.
I started watching with you guys then, and right away I said to you, I'm like, this feels gross. Cause like
it's weird.
There's these kids who are esports players that, let's be honest, nobody knows who they are because they don't do social media, and if they do, they're not that big on it. Mm-hmm. Half of them don't even stream.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, how do
you can do that with the fucking Huntsman.
Exactly. Like
that's it.
You can. There's only so many actual COD celebrities that for you to give everybody their own UFC Conor McGregor fucking walkout to clap to clap hands with 4 other people who are in the fucking room. It's like it looks bad. It looks bad.
Yeah.
Just have the whole team come out at once and be like introducing so and so, so and so, so and so, and so and so from the Rockers, you know, like do that shit. Don't be like, and introducing he weighs 170 pounds.
Yeah.
Like
and the problem is like, I mean, Puckett coming back was cool. But Puckett's introducing them and he can't just be like, and Scump. Like he has to like hype it up a little bit. So he's doing his job, right?
He's trying.
But like certain players, like what do you fucking say?
Introducing silly.
Yeah, there was times where he like kind of had to flub because like he has no information about these fucking players that aren't personalities yet. They could be, but they aren't.
I think like corporate Activision is confusing the Call of Duty celebrities with the like Overwatch and League celebrities, because those brands are so big that like each individual player is a celebrity in their own right for that game. But to introduce that level of intro to somebody who nobody really knows of or hasn't really, like, he doesn't have the following yet. So for you, it'd almost be like I said before, it'd be the equivalent of like introing McGregor at the level that he is now, back when he was first getting into the UFC. Like people would be like, what the fuck is this? Like that's how it felt. Like it felt off. I'm like, this guy, like, am I an asshole for not knowing who this person is? It's like, no, nobody knows who he is.
No. Well, perfect example is FaZe. FaZe has simp. 99% of the people who play COD know who simp is now.
Yeah.
So they want like them introducing, like, it's not hard to introduce simp, man. Like 2019 world champion,
2019 world champion, yeah.
MVP. The list goes fucking on what he's accomplished in less than a year of competing.
Yeah.
But then they go to Major Maniac, who was on Gen G, but isn't like a name. So he goes to introduce Gen G, goes to introduce Major Maniac, and is like trying to think of what to say. And because FaZe is such a young team, I think he wanted to say that he's the oldest player on FaZe, even though he's only like 22. But he's the oldest player on FaZe. They're all fucking 19. It's insane.
Well, he called him like an old man.
Calling Major Maniac the oldest player in the league. And I was like, not even fucking close, dude. Clay's like 28. Clay's like almost 30. He's the oldest player in the league, I think.
Yeah. I got the vibe just from today. I got the vibe that the announcers were kind of trolling this event a lot. Was that pretty consistent through Friday and Saturday, or
how so?
Like Maven making his comments today about like map choices and like spawns and stuff.
I don't think that's trolling the event. That's trolling the game more than anything.
Trolling the game, sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're in the know, it's not anything where you're kind of like, you shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
We fucking know. And like there was even like they had a mini map up on the map the whole time, or on the screen the whole time. And you could see a couple times where you were like, how in the fuck did they get that spawn?
Yeah.
Like there was a couple that made no sense, and we're like, ooh, hopefully nobody sees that shit. And then it gets posted on Twitter and you're just like, yeah. It is.
No, I know what you're saying there.
And the series, like for them, like all the matches were fun. The game actually does play well.
Was
in
it
Hardpoint and S&D?
In Hardpoint and S&D?
Dude, domination fucking sucks, man. My personal opinion, but it is so hard to watch.
Too fast paced.
There's too much going on.
Too much going on.
When you play Domo at a high level, there's certain things that happen that like they just don't witness, because like I was saying before, like the guy in the truck who's like watching this, the cat, like Maven and Merc were doing a cast of that last match where a Toronto player, Metals, was making a flank for the next hardpoint, and this gunfight is fucking huge. If he wins this gunfight, they basically win spawns for, well, you know, they should win spawns for that final, or for that next hill.
Yeah.
And the casters are calling it out. Well, like you can see number 4 Metals making the big flank, push into outpost right now, and he's going to be met by one. And the whole time they casted Metals for like 25 seconds, and the guy in the truck didn't switch to Metals at all. So you had to watch on the fucking little mini map because you knew, and like obviously I know where they need to be. So when I see Metals making that play, I'm like, that's a huge play. Like Metals, I think it was Metals versus Looney or some shit. Yeah. And I'm like, this gunfight is fucking huge for like what could happen in this game. Yeah. And they never showed it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
maybe the solution is to give the control back to the announcers, because like, especially if your controls guy, your camera guy isn't as savvy about the game as your fucking announcers, like, I'm sorry, dude, out. Because you need to be providing an entertaining product here. And if you're gonna pull shit like that, where your fucking announcers are talking about a play for
like a while, I was like, how are they not switching to Metals, dude? This is weird. Like with the amount of time that they're talking about it, like for sure show the fight. Like, or you know what the casters are talking about.
Or give the casters an opportunity to override what the camera guy's doing. Because like they know better.
You can't in the middle of the broadcast be like, hey, is it possible we watch Metals right now? Like the guy has to fucking know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that happened in a hardpoint, and Domo's just too much, man.
It's just
too much?
Has Domo always been too much?
No. Domo in this game is too much. They did Domo for Ghosts last, and it was okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, maps were bigger. The game played a lot different. It was 4v4, so it was slower. But for this 5v5 crackhead flying around shit is like, you can't show Damo, man. You can't show enough of the key things happening for a person who isn't balls deep in Call of Duty to fucking understand. Obviously, I know what's happening.
Yeah.
I know what people should do, and I know what needs to be done. I know what the preferred system to hold is. But like for the casters to try to like keep up, explain, and then the fucking person who's driving the video selection to show the right things is like so much, man. They need to bring back control or capture the flag. That's personal opinion.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Damo be a game 3 anymore, man. And there was no comebacks in Damo. You either came out, did well, you won, or you came out and you started to fall behind, you lost.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, and this game is a little harder to swing stuff around, but it happened. There wasn't an insane hardpoint comeback, but there was a hard point where, like, a team would be like slowly trailing and then finally break through, take the lead, and win the game. There's S&D comebacks, obviously, because it's S&D. It's the best fucking thing ever.
Yep.
And then, yeah, Damo was just so fucking one-sided, man. Every single time. It was like a fucking wash game mode. Whoever was up at halftime could basically say that they're going to win the map.
Yeah. So, do you think overall this event did well? Did okay?
I think overall the event, like, I think it was kind of just a show up and let's give it a go kind of thing. And if that was what your baseline was, it did exactly what you needed it to do. You need to iron out what sucked. But at the same time, Minnesota put this one together. So the whole crew that Minnesota used is not going to the next event to set up the next event. It's going to be I think the next one's in London. Whoever the London people hire to run the event is who's running the event. So I don't know.
So there's the potential that the next event in London could look very different.
The only advantage they have is they know how the fans reacted to certain things.
Yeah.
There was a musical performance.
By someone well known?
Nope.
Like a local person?
I think so.
Oh. Cool.
It was so cringy.
Do you expect everybody on the internet to know who the fuck this person is?
It was so awkward, man. The whole chat was like, who the fuck
is this? Yeah.
Show us Call of Duty. What are you doing?
Oh, we shouldn't stray from this. The commercials were way too long.
Oh yeah, but that's another production thing. The time in between matches was simply too much. They did not have enough matches to warrant the amount of time we spent watching nothing.
Like a 15.
I watched that Scuff ad and the Overwatch ad like fucking 60,000 times.
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly what happens.
Because like I understand at these
shit happens.
Internet-based tournaments, there's not that many sponsors. It's not like NFL fucking Sunday or like the Super Bowl where there's 200 unique commercials that they can provide. It's like 2 or 3 advertisers, right?
But at the same, like, yes, but in that middle portion and stuff, you got to stop showing so many videos and just go to the desk and tell them they need to stall or something.
Go to the desk, let them
talk.
Let them debrief the last match, let them talk about what happened, or if you don't want anybody to fucking talk, play reruns of the previous matches.
They used to do that in the CWL thing all the time.
Because I wasn't here Sunday morning, I wasn't here Saturday, I wasn't here Friday. If you need to stall for what felt like 15 fucking minutes, play another fucking match.
On stage. And the team's already fucking on stage, man.
Play another match.
Yeah, I did not get it, man. Going from, and that's what I'm saying, like a $300 million league, last year's production was better. MLG fucking steals the show, man. The only good thing that they did now is they moved it to YouTube. So more eyeballs were on the game.
More eyeballs were on it, but it did shock me. I didn't see any social media saying that it was going to be on YouTube.
I think once the events were underway, like all the Twitter accounts and the Instagram accounts associated with the league were tweeting it out and
The
posting
day
about it
of,
and shit.
maybe do that a week before. Maybe
Yeah, but I don't know if the deal was finalized with the COD League or with Activision Blizzard and YouTube yet, and Google, whatever. But they signed a deal so that Call of Duty, Overwatch, and Hearthstone are all played on YouTube only.
If they sign a deal like that literally the day before the COD event, there's fucking bigger problems going on.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. That's shit I don't know about. I don't know when they signed that deal, so I don't know if they could announce it yet.
I don't understand why. I don't understand why these events are so fucking mediocre compared to the last generation of Call of Duty.
Okay, well, Matt, let's settle down. There's only been one event, you know?
Yes.
You say these events, dude, like yes, you people.
Okay, well, Trent, explain this to me then. Because was this not supposed to be the biggest event of the year? Because
no.
this features
There's going to be a champs.
Okay, sure. There's going to be a champs.
The last event.
Everything else from now till champs is 1, lesser prize money, and 2, less competition, less people actually invited to the event. So,
but also more competition because this one didn't have tournaments. These were just matches for points for the pros. The challengers this weekend is their biggest weekend.
Yeah, to me, challengers, this was their weekend. After that, it's like,
yeah,
I don't even know what the fuck they're gonna do.
Because they can still show up for the points. Because at the end of the thing, they can be. So I figured out what happens. Okay. The challengers and the pros get separate points. So you get challenger points if you're a challenger, and you get CDL points if you're a CDL seeded team.
Yeah.
And at the end, at COD Champs, you can play for like a prize money to be crowned the challengers champion.
Okay.
So you have no way to impact the pro scene at all. But you can be crowned the best amateur team.
Yeah, and then what happens after that?
Hopefully a fucking team picks one of your players up. Basically it.
But
it's fucking sad.
My point is, from now until Champs comes out, I really think the events coming up are going to be even more mediocre than what this event was. Because this event
I would agree
had a bunch
mostly,
of...
except for Chicago. The Chicago event will be wild. And probably the Dallas or the, like, if you're one of those 3 big teams, like Dallas, Atlanta, or Chicago.
But that's because all your celebrities are in one fucking team.
Yes. And well, yeah, Chicago is, it's the old Optic.
Yeah. All your
that showdown happened. Optic versus Optic, dude. New versus old.
Yeah, which I don't want to get too much into this, but like I think it's interesting.
Yeah,
I think it's very interesting that all your celebrities, all your stars are in one team. And no one else really, no offense to the rest of the Call of Duty teams, you probably won't even hear this anyways, but no one else gives a shit about the other teams. Literally, it's like Chicago, FaZe, and whoever's hosting the event that day.
I mean, Dallas picked up some pretty good talent with personality. They did pick up a couple people. Biggest player disappointment was Shotzi on Dallas. No offense to your peoples.
Yeah.
He, I mean, it was his first COD event on LAN, but he did not meet, I think, the fan expectation of what he should have.
I don't know. I think Call of Duty needs the fucking Russo brothers or the fucking. They need fucking
Michael Bay. They need to do some explosions.
They need fucking Dana White, dude. They need the Fertuda brothers. They need someone to come in and be like, we need to make stars out of our players, and making them do UFC walkouts is not how you make them a fucking star. You need to.
What this fucking league needed was for it to not happen. Unfortunately, like trying to legitimize makes no sense, man. Like you take the fucking even professional sports, man. When you make this so professional with lawyers and shit, you take the fun out of it.
Well, it's not true because every other league is doing completely fine.
Yeah, but they've also been around for fucking ever. So people are starting to have more fun with it. But if NBA teams profit regardless of their record, you know what I mean? I think you're going to see a lot of these teams at the end of this year wondering if this investment made sense. Like your lower teams, like your your LA Gorillas, your Toronto Ultra.
Well,
like
I think there was a reason why 100 Thieves didn't jump in. I think it's because everybody who signed up this year knows that they're signing up for a loss.
Maybe, but I mean, fucking, I can tell you right now, Chicago is not taking an L.
Chicago will probably be the only company that won't take a loss, just because they have all the golden chickens in their fucking coop.
And they have Hex running the shit, man. He's not gonna let this shit fail.
But like the rest of the teams, dude, I would not be surprised if they could even afford to fucking come back. And
that's what I mean. Is this like a one-time buy-in and you got your spot, or do you have to buy in yearly
for 60 million? Go fuck yourself.
Well, I mean,
if that's the case. Well, remember the rumor was 60 for.
Was it? I think you pulled that number out of your ass, man.
Who knows? It's a good viral video.
60 million.
But
yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we'll pay attention to it, but like it kind of looks like you're watching a car crash go on in slow motion right now, and you kind of just wish it just get over with.
Gary Vee swore some shit up on stage that made me laugh pretty hard.
Yeah, that was the thing. I didn't even know he was a.
He was not supposed to curse, dude. And he was like, "Let's fucking go." I was, but yeah, they put a lot of money into a lot of things, and I don't know, man. Just it's a weird snowball effect with multiple different things going on that just did not work in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the long-term goal of this year is to it'd be crazy if this whole year is just one big giant experiment, and then when Black Ops comes out,
25 million each.
I know, dude. It sounds crazy, but I don't see how Activision is taking this game as serious as it does its other brands.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That event looked like it was hosted in the back of a fucking superstore.
I mean, the stage looks sick.
I
thought the stage looked really good. I thought everything looked good.
I mean,
just a lot of shit.
First glance, I didn't even know if they were in an arena or not.
Well, you don't need to be in an arena.
They look like they were in a theater.
Good. That looks sick. I don't think the venue matters. I think the production speaks more for the venue. I mean, MOG's production was better.
Venue helps with that. Venue helps with atmosphere.
It can. But also, the content is probably the biggest thing that helps with the atmosphere.
Oh, for sure.
And the fact that there is there was a little bit of hype with certain matchups, but a lot of there's no hype. There's no pressure.
I just want someone to explain to me how they just abandoned what they did last year completely.
Because Activision was pissed that they were giving away so much money.
Okay, good. I hope you save money and your league is trash and fucking MLG has to fucking take it over again. Because hasn't this happened before?
I don't think that's possible. What?
Hasn't Activision tried to take over the Call of Duty League before and fucked it up, and then MLG had to run it again?
No, it was always a partner deal between MLG and Activision, and that's what formed the CWL. So it wasn't like MLG. It was like a hybrid brand between Activision and MLG. Yeah. But the brains behind MLG doesn't work at MLG anymore. He started his own thing.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, dude. I will say it wasn't as big of a it sounds like it wasn't as big of a disaster as I thought it was going to be. I'm glad to hear that the game was somewhat entertaining to watch, minus the fact that domination was a little bit too hard to watch.
Ew.
But yeah, I don't know.
Also think go ahead.
I was going to say maybe the hope would be that the people in London, because I know they're typically more passionate about Call of Duty.
Yeah. London's or fucking EU fans are insane.
If London can nail it, then maybe the next tournaments will follow the London algorithm and then it will recover.
Maybe. I think one of the things that helped a lot was that we've been waiting for competitive COD. It's been 3 months into release already. Normally we've had an event. The events the first event usually happens in like early December.
Yeah, they
early to mid December.
You and I have talked about this extensively through other podcasts, but yeah, they took a long time to get all the rules settled, and they kept changing the game too much. So
yeah, and then so like all the fans of competitive COD were like chomping at the bit, like we need these pros to play on LAN. We need to see this shit. Like, let's fucking go.
yeah.
So that like probably was a factor in viewership early. Viewership was pretty good on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there was a time where it hit 100K.
Okay.
But it averaged. I don't think it dropped like below 30.
I will
which
say
on Twitch would be less.
I will say it took
less.
I will say on Twitch it took a huge hit because everybody was watching on YouTube. Because I got
no, it's not on Twitch.
But the point is, the viewership of the game during the event
took a hit.
Took a hit while the event. So. It was under fucking Destiny.
You're talking on Twitch.
On Twitch.
Well, yes, Matt, because it's not on Twitch.
Right, dude. But like,
you don't need to be on Twitch. They signed a deal. They're getting paid to be broadcasted somewhere else.
Well,
the viewership is there because we can see the individual numbers of how many people are watching. Dude, last year, the viewership for COD was like 20,000 if Optic played.
But why?
We were averaging more than 30K when randoms were playing.
But why just abandon Twitch? Why don't you do some backyard deal?
Signed an exclusive deal with Google. You contractually obligated at that point.
But then you hire someone to watch your event on Twitch.
Oh, you're saying do a viewing party
and take a cut. Do some GRE-esque thing on Twitch with some retired Call of Duty celebrities and have them do
name a Call of Duty celebrity that isn't there.
That isn't at the event?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see who was there.
I was watching one. I was watching a watch party.
There was that female host that was on.
Katie.
Yeah, Katie.
I was watching Katie's fucking watch. Like, I had her volume low, but yeah, I was watching Katie while I was watching the event.
Yeah. But there should be more than just Katie, you know? Like.
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't need it on Twitch. Because once like Scump and Formal and like all the guys come back, they're going to be streaming on Twitch. Like, it's not going to matter. I don't see how that affects anything.
I don't know. I just think it'd be an interesting experiment. So to have, while the event is going on, to have like Old Men of Optic doing a Fight Companion-esque thing on Twitch while the event is happening on YouTube, so that anybody who's still a fan of Call of Duty, who just for whatever reason is watching shit on Twitch, they can still steal those viewers and have them focused on the tournament.
Yes, but how much do you want to invest into paying the talent to do that? Because obviously it has to be a hashtag ad mixed in with what are they bringing to the table. So you want Old Men of Optic. Do you know how many viewers watch the Old Men of Optic?
I don't know the numbers.
So a lot less than what was already watching. So do you really need the extra fucking couple thousand? I think Hutch usually gets like just under a K or like around a K. I think when Hex streams, he gets about a K. Who knows how many people are dual streaming that? So those viewers could be shared. And I don't know if Diesel gets much more. You know,
I don't know. I'm just thinking of.
You would need a big fuck. You would need fucking Doc, Ninja, or fuck. You know, you need a big dog for them to give a fuck.
Why do they do something with Courage?
Because I mean, they could, sure, but Courage's numbers on YouTube aren't the same as they were on Twitch.
And I guess he is on YouTube now, so it's not like
he's on YouTube as well. So you're basically just fucking bringing people to the place anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, if you want to do your branch, what you need fucking Tim. That would be your like go-to.
Yeah,
would be like Tim, Doc, or if you want to go to Mixer, get fucking Shroud or Ninja, or Lupo for Twitch as well.
Yeah.
But at the same point, you know, how many fans are just going to want to see fucking Lupo's face where he talks about a game he doesn't play?
Well, yeah, that's for sure.
Like, how many of the viewers will stick around? Like, there's no guarantee in that. They already have a guaranteed 30,000 people watching.
I don't know. I guess what would you want to see in the next event that would improve it?
Less setup time for the matches, if at all possible. Get that shit set up way faster. Obviously needs to be a fucking tournament. We need to show pressure. There needs to be a winner. There needs to be hype.
Yeah.
You can't get hype unless, like, unless you understand the pressure of the situation. Yeah. A 3-piece is just a 3-piece, but a 3-piece to save your team, like that for example, last year at Champs, Priesta getting those 2 fucking kills in control.
Yeah.
When they're about to get fucking 3-0'd by FaZe.
Yeah.
So like Priesta gets a 2-piece that saves them a game of control. Priesta gets a 2-piece that saves them a series from being eliminated early at Champs, and they're the number fucking 3 seeded team at the time.
Yep.
The pressure changes how people react to the situation. A basic 2-piece in a big scenario is like people will lose their shit. The hype needs to be there. The pressure needs to be there. And you just didn't have that this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, hype was there just because we haven't seen it in a while. We're missing it.
Yeah.
But not seeing a fucking winner, dude, not getting a grand finals, not getting like a fucking losers bracket Cinderella run. That's the shit COD needs, man.
My advice...
And I don't think it's going to be the same with 8 teams there either. So, that's a fucking topic for another day. But.
Yeah. I would say my advice isn't directly associated with what the next event is going to do. I think it's their players. Their players need to be more active on social media and engage with one another. And, like, even if you have to do fucking fake rivalries on stream or make videos of trolling each other, build some sort of something for people to follow. Because
Gallus kind of does well with that, with fucking Krim. He's talked all the shit. He's posted clips.
Okay, yes, but
YouTube videos.
You have these 10 Titans that have been the Titans for years. Yeah. You need more people. You can't just be like, and now Silly, and people don't know who the fuck he is, man. These kids, these people need to be more active.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
They need fucking highlight reels or something. I don't fucking know, man.
And
then, aside from like, dude, simp, scump, formal,
you need to make the game entertaining, because right now Call of Duty fans are following the Titans, and that's it. Because you even see it on fucking Twitch. The Titans get at least 1,000 viewers, and then everybody else that's mix.
More than that.
Sure.
If you're one of the big dogs, it's more than that.
Yes, but what I'm saying, like, when you as a pro are mixing with these fucking randoms who decide to play Call of Duty for a day on Twitch, people don't know who's a pro, who's not a pro. There needs to be like some consistent branding. Like maybe in your title, put bro. Put pro.
No, they do. They do.
And like,
just nobody cares.
Be interesting.
That's the hard part, dude. You can't fucking change someone's personality. If you're fucking introverted, you're introverted. If you're extroverted, you're extroverted. That's why the fans go. Like, the fans are gonna go where the personality is.
I don't know, maybe.
And, it's the same thing with pro players, though. There's tons of pro athletes that just aren't fucking interesting, man. You don't give a fuck. They're just, they're just fucking. How you doing?
Right, but at that level, perfect example, NBA. Every team has a major celebrity that most people know.
Mm-hmm. True.
And so,
well, I mean, the problem is, like, with these things, like, a lot of pros, like, said they weren't going to sign with a team unless they were signed with another player.
Exactly.
Scump and Formal teamed up immediately and said, we're a package deal.
Yeah.
So, and those 2 are your biggest fucking stars, especially streaming. Scump and Formal are the 2 biggest COD streamers, like, that are pros.
Yeah.
And they're a package deal. So you can't split those guys apart.
Maybe Call of Duty is as big as it can be, and there's no real way of making it any bigger just because it's behind the times.
I think there is a way to make COD bigger, and that is consistency across the board. We need consistent production a consistent like development style with the games. Because the problem is, man, you develop like Simp last year exploded, man, and had the fucking like, dude, he won console rookie of the year. Like he was like, people were losing their shit, and he had fucking highlights and shit on Twitter that was exploding, viral videos. Because, dude, at tournaments, he's fucking 3-piece sniping units on the fucking cross of Arsenal. Like you're like, holy shit, this guy's cracked, dude. This game comes out and it plays nothing like the way the last COD played, and there's not enough room for like flashy shit in this game. It's just not the same. There was a couple nice kills and shit, but like there's nothing crazy fucking happened where you're like, oh my god.
Well, the problem with that solution is that this game is going to suffer before Call of Duty can get better.
Yes. They're taking one for the team, unfortunately.
Because
we had fantastic production through MLG with the CWL. And now they changed it to CDL, and Activision's running it, and it's a shittier product. No offense. It's just shittier.
Yeah.
The CWL was ramping up, dude. They were always fucking building. Shit was always getting better. And that's the thing we could count on. Production was fucking amazing. Always.
Yeah.
Dude, last year watching the fucking like the events, man, I was never like at these moments where I was like bored. They had fucking good music in between. They were showing the fucking replays of the fucking last match, and they were showing the schedule on screen. Like, it was dope. Dude, I watched the same fucking commercial like 70 times.
That was bad. Because like you and I and our friends were playing matches in between, and like there was legit 15 minutes because we were able to play at least 2 or 3 rounds of COD before the next match started. Yeah. And like that was like 15 minutes of making people watch the same 2 commercials.
Yeah, not only that, in one commercial break, dude, I should not see the same commercial twice.
No.
That's fucking insane. Show me a piece of content you filmed. Show me fucking anything, man.
Show me replays. Show
me replays. Go to the desk. Let TP and Nameless fucking play patty cake. I don't give a fuck, man.
Let them hype up the next match.
Yeah, or whatever.
Let them do something. I don't know if it's like maybe they just gotta find. Hey man, maybe you need to pay the people who ran last year's events and pay them the money to come back, because what you're doing here is not right. And even the fixes that you will do to make London's event better is still not going to be as good as the London event from last year.
Dude, London last year was fucking crazy.
Mark my words. This event is not going to be as good as the London event from last year. And it's because the production team that you're not using Activision. So
production was tough.
I just feel bad for everybody who's involved in Call of Duty this year, because I feel like this game was fed to the fire just so that they could see what works and see what pops. And then whatever pops, that's what they're going to take and present that next year. And everybody who invested in this year is going to fucking suffer for it.
That's my biggest fear, is that like the teams that bought in now are going to like wonder where the fuck that like their money went. You know what I mean? Because you have to put up so much money. Plus on top of that, you host your own event. You have to fund that.
Yeah.
You basically just paid Activision. That's it. They're not fucking helping. It's all on the teams to do everything, which is fucking insane. Like, I don't know. Like, it's.
And I mean,
okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't want to sound like a piece of shit, but I'm going to sound like a piece of shit. How fucking money hungry can Activision be? They have like 7 of the top 10 best-selling games of the decade, and they're all Call of Duties. It's a guaranteed $1 billion a year fucking revenue stream. Guaranteed. They make $1 billion a year because it's still, even though COD's been slipping and whatever, They make like $1 billion a year just off selling a COD every single year, which is, that's its own thing already. And on top of that, you have these external teams now that you are forcing to pay you $25 million on the low end. I've heard now that there's been negotiations where some teams had to pay more to buy into a fucking league that you really aren't like running. It'd be different if like they had, the Call of Duty arena built and they fucking had a schedule and an idea of what they wanted to fucking do. Dude, this event literally on the desk says hosted by the Minnesota fucking Rucker, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
How much money do you fucking need, man?
Well, the reality, Trent, is that corporate America, how it works is there's always reviews at every quarter and every year, and you need to perform better than you did last year. So if Activision took a loss last year because they spent all this money with MLG in producing these events, corporate Activision don't give a fuck about being entertaining. They care about money because their investors need to continue to invest. So they're cutting the shit out of this budget in order to have less overheads, but they're making a terrible product as a result of it. Mm-hmm. And it's up to
that's what I mean.
It's up to us, the consumers, to react to this in a negative fashion that forces them to bring back the quality product that we're expecting.
Yeah, but here's the thing, dude. This is where you get into the fucking most awkward power struggle ever. We as consumers fight back and say, fuck that, make better games. We want a fucking better league for the competitors and shit or whatever. Dude, what if Activision just calls our bluff and says, all right, fuck it, we're not making COD anymore? We're going to shut the fuck up, put our tail between our legs and be like, no, please keep making COD. That's the sad reality of the situation we're in. And I think they fucking know that. They know that if, like, we won't stop buying the game.
Well, they know that because Call of Duty is not the most popular game in the world right now. So for its fan base to be like, we're not going to watch anymore. It's like, okay, whatever. Blizzard has been making us more money anyways with Overwatch, and we own League. So I don't care about you.
Here's the other thing I don't really understand. And like, obviously every company is different, but like, I'm assuming there's a lot of like fucking copy and pasting that goes on when you're at the top. There's only a few companies there. The biggest player in the fucking world, maybe not monetarily right now, is Epic with Fortnite. Like, am I fucking wrong? Or is Fortnite not the biggest fucking game in the world still?
They're the biggest game in the world. I just don't know if they can do another. There's been rumors that they may not be able to afford another event like they did last year.
No, but that's what I mean. They fronted like $300 million for the esports side of it.
But this has been a problem overall, is a rumor that I'm hearing, is that overall people aren't making money hosting these esports events. Because think about it this way. You and I watched it on YouTube for free.
Yep.
We had to watch the same 2 commercials 60,000 times. But like there's one little problem right there too. Only 2 companies sponsored this event. Now is that
Astro and Turtle Beach and
Astro
and fucking Scuff, sorry, and they've been partners forever.
Yeah, and is that just because they they bought out the advertising so only they could advertise, or was that all they could get?
They sponsored the event too.
Or is that all the advertisers they could actually get?
I see what you're saying.
Because like there's no like a pay-per-view event, people have to pay for it. Mm-hmm. Sports events, like regular sports, I'm not even sure how they make money. Like I imagine they make money from the cable companies and they make money off SportsCenter and stuff like that for allowing them to host it. And then they make money at the venues from their fans. And then they make money selling merch. I imagine the merch is where they make the most profit, but probably most of their money comes from people going to the event and people watching the event on television.
Mm-hmm.
when you have these internet events, there's nobody paying to watch it.
True. Would you watch it if it was behind a paywall? If it was a pay-per-view live streamed event on YouTube or some shit?
It'd have to depend on the
I'm telling
game.
you right now, I would, because
It would depend on the game. But like, if Call of Duty had like a $4.99 paywall to watch this event, and the production of the event was better than what they were producing for Black Ops 4, then I would accept it.
And you know, I think that comes back to like the same problem I brought up earlier. We lack consistency. Trying to shop everything to other people, they want to see like everything. They want to see what you were doing in 2011 up till now. Have you been growing? Where did it fall off? Why did it fall off? And they're going to look into that shit. And I think a lot of I'm assuming if I ran a company, it would definitely be a red flag for me, is the fucking variability in everything. If the game's trash, if the production isn't good, if X, Y, and fucking Z. And if that can't happen, like, you're not going to advertise with them. So I think, like, dude, fix fucking one sale at a time before we start fucking pushing the boat into the water. Like, let's get to a fucking baseline where people know Call of Duty is Call of Duty and how our shit is structured, but we keep fucking changing it. New game modes, new fucking, like, it's just like, dude.
Oh, Trent, I think what the inevitable is going to be is that this generation is going to be like World War II. From what I understand, how you guys felt World War II went. The game, not the fucking historical war. But
I was like, are we storming the beach in Normandy today? Or
like how Call of Duty World War II didn't do so well. People didn't like it as much.
Yeah.
I think this generation of COD is going to suffer like that. There's going to be,
which is sad because this is a way better game than World War II was. No
yes,
offense to Sledgehammer, but
I think Activision let this thing die on its own.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of
and like, who knows? Maybe corporate Activision already decided that they're going to make Black Ops their main brand, their flagship title, which I agree, but that means neglecting this generation. And so this game is going to suffer because of that.
But that's what I'm saying. So what happens next year? Let's say, I'm going to be optimistic as fuck. Let's say the league this year is whatever. The same league, the same teams come back next year. What are they going to fucking change if what happens this year doesn't work out? But the games, let's say next year's game is fucking amazing. Hope to fucking whatever God you believe in. Let's say everything fucking goes perfectly. There's no fucking kinks at all. Ranked plays in the game. Everybody's loving competitive. We go back to tournament structures where every team is there.
I'll be honest, what they should do, and this might even help them save money, is refresh Black Ops 4 and release it as Call of Duty. Don't give it Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Don't give it Call of Duty Black Ops. Don't give it fucking Call of Duty anything Warfare. Call it Call of Duty. Or Call of Duty Online. Some shit like that. Where you go, this is it. We're not refreshing every year anymore. This is going to be Call of Duty from now on.
And you get constant updates
and then constant updates every month or whatever. And then be like, we decided that the flagship company that will support Call of Duty is Treyarch.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. And then when that game launches, it should be roughly close to what Black Ops 4 felt like before people left. Bring back the BR. If you want to put zombies in, fine. But I would have events for BR and events for multiplayer, because BR is still the biggest thing out there right now. How we're not even considering that genre in Call of Duty right now is still a fucking shock.
The fact that they spend so much money on this big team shit actually pisses me off. I talked about that earlier, but
yeah. But yeah, I think that's where it needs to be. And then
So that's what I'm saying. That's the change that needs to happen. We need to fucking kill this life cycle thing of COD. But then again, like you were saying, corporate America's gonna be pissed. They're not gonna be down. But that's what we fucking need. We need consistency. We need to know what Call of Duty is. You can change game modes and shit as long as the developer is the one doing it.
Yeah.
Because they release a new game with fucking game modes that are like isolated for that game that like might not work in a different game. Like I don't know if Control would play the same.
Or maybe the best thing for the gamers, Trent, is that this event fails so bad that Activision says, fuck this, we're not doing Call of Duty anymore. And Treyarch has the balls to pull out of Activision like Bungie did.
Yeah, but I don't want Call of Duty to end up with the same fate as Halo has now.
I mean,
Halo's basically dead.
Halo's basically dead because there hasn't been another Halo released. And there's no new content coming out of Halo 3.
Well, no, the biggest thing happened was Reach going to PC and coming back to the Master Chief Collection.
But I would still like how many viewers are they getting at their events still?
It ain't shit. Unfortunately. I love Halo too. So
yeah, but if there was a Halo that was always constantly refreshed and it was just a Halo Online and got new maps every 3 months and maybe introduced stuff every once in a while, basically like a Fortnite recipe of releasing new content.
If they played Master Chief Collection and fucking just refreshed the shit, yeah, I'm down. Dude, Halo is so fun to watch.
Yeah,
the crazy plays that can happen are...
Yeah, I mean, I had fun playing Halo, but like you said, there's no new content, so it got boring.
100%. It's sad.
So, like, to my point, maybe the best thing, because Destiny really came out on top, in my opinion, from leaving Activision. Because now they've got control of everything they want to do. And its viewership is still where it was when Activision was still running it. So it didn't take a major hit at all. And
they're not showing major or strides to make major growth either.
No, but because I think I think honestly their fan base had plateaued already. But the fan base is still happy.
Yeah.
And I think they still have a big enough of a fan base to be profitable. And like
now,
and like
switch that title. Hold on, switch that title of Destiny to Call of Duty, and you're still telling the truth.
Right now?
Yeah.
But his player base isn't happy right now.
That we see. But I mean, when you're just a number on a fucking sheet and you're signing into, like, I mean, I have my issues with COD, dude. I sign in every fucking day and play. Because I'm addicted to this shit.
Right, but I think it could be, like, because I see this trend. I see the trend of Epic being a developer, running their own business, fuck the publishers. I see Bungie saying, fuck the publishers. And right now, I see Call of Duty still trapped by the publishers.
It's the biggest thing, that's why. The publisher ain't gonna let it go. They own the rights and they ain't getting rid of them.
Then maybe Treyarch leaves Activision and makes a fucking Duty of COD. And
but they're gonna sue him. They're gonna sue him for copying the gameplay mechanics. You'd have to change a bunch of shit. And if you fuck with a bunch of shit, dude, there's the recipe as to why it works is the recipe for why it works, dude.
How
Krabby Patty recipe.
How identical?
Recipe.
How identical? How similar is Titanfall to Call of Duty?
Never played Titanfall.
Very similar. Minus the fact that people jump around and shit. It's a first-person shooter. If Activision wants to try to sue Treyarch, if they ever went independent, for making a fucking first-person shooter, fucking Doom is gonna go after them. Fucking Duke Nukem is gonna go after them because they're not.
No, but I'm saying like
they're not the inventors
scheme,
of first-person shooters.
No, but control scheme, I guarantee you, there's changes.
Like to what? Like they have to.
Like aiming is still L2.
You can't sue someone for that, man. If
you copy the exact control scheme, I don't see why not, dude.
Titanfall has that. They call it legacy controls. They have their own controls, and then you can just go into the settings and change it to legacy, and it's Call of Duty mapping.
Mm-hmm.
There's ways around it.
There also, but there also might be a contractual thing where if Treyarch decides to not work with Activision anymore, they can't produce fucking whatever. You don't know what they signed.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
sure. If that's the case, that's sad. Because something big has to come, and right now it's not going to come until next year. And I don't even know right now, until next year comes, hopefully some news comes of some potential excitement. But right now I'm hoping that the London event is going to be better than this event.
Yeah.
I think this event was just okay.
It was just okay. And I think there's a poll thing on Twitter actually that CDL Intel did where you could vote as to like, how did you think the event went? And I think the overwhelming percentage was like, it was good, but it wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's just how it felt, to be honest.
Okay, let's wrap this up, my man.
All right. And that's been our 1 hour rant of how bad the CDL League Minnesota went.
If you like listening to us bitch about Call of Duty or want to get to know us better, you can always follow us on social media at Random Nades Pod on Instagram and Twitter. You can see our handles down here below if you want to follow us personally. We always appreciate that as well. Hope you guys had a great night, and we'll see you on the very next episode of the Random Nades Podcast. Throw that nade, Trent.
Kobe.
Shh. Thank you for everything you did, Kobe.
R.I.P., brother.